What's going on, everybody? This message is for a friend of mine, Ori. Wanted to post a video responding to the question that you had posted in your video in reference to decontamination charges on different hazardous materials, jobs, and what you charge in reference to your billing of the decon of your tools, hoses, and different materials. Your question was, how far do you take it? And I guess I'm not necessarily going to tell you how far to take it, but I will touch on my opinion and view on it and some of the things that we definitely need to charge. I think that the amount of items that need to be deconned is obviously dependent on the type of job that we're on. I would say anything that's used should be cleaned on a regular basis, just to make sure that there's no cross-contamination concerns going into the next house. So the justification is always there. I think the bigger question is how much you want to fight for, and how much you want to put on an estimate that you're willing to have some kickback on, or some pushback, I should say. I've been told not to use the word kickback. So I guess it's a balance between figuring out, making sure that there's never an issue of cross-contamination, that you're always making sure that you use industry best practices in order to make sure that you're decontaminating your equipment, your hoses, obviously anything else that's used on the job. 100% on mold jobs, 100% on any sewage jobs, 100% on any other types of mold remediation and other things that are fire damage, things like that, where remember, we're cleaning up hazardous materials. So my response would be, charge for as much as you're willing to stand behind. And you could sit there and say that you're cleaning your boots and your shoelaces, and you're going to clean all sorts of different things. But within reason, we know that we can clean everything. So my opinion, and this is my personal opinion, I wouldn't say that this is the standpoint of the organization, but my personal opinion, I would say that any equipment for sure, any tools for sure, anything that you're using on the job that is becoming affected by that material that you're going to bring onto another job, clean it. We don't want to deal with cross-contamination. I'm willing to personally ensure that everything gets cleaned every time, no matter what, just because I want to make sure that there's cross-contamination. But I choose what to charge the insurance company based on how much I really want to deal with a fight at that point in time, because we all know that there's a whole bunch of things that we can put into line items of the invoice in order to really get our bill to a more elevated position, if you will. But we don't need to do that all the time in reference to nickel and diming. Work with the insurance companies in a sense. Don't be that greedy guy. But at the same time, make sure you're representing your customer well. Make sure you're representing the job site's conditions well. And make sure that you're representing your your company's standards as well as the industry standards. That's most important. Just do whatever you do, but do it consistently. And charging the insurance company should be based off of what's 100% necessary, which in most cases is pretty much everything. Are you going to separate a connector piece that's going to connect two hoses together? Probably not. But do you want to decontaminate your hoses? You specifically mentioned hoses in your video. I would say that I would definitely charge for decon, especially on sewage jobs or anything where you're doing extraction of questionable materials or any water that is questionable at that point in time. So I hope that's helpful. If you have any other questions, I'm more than happy to help. Love all y'all out here. We've built some friendships. Ori, I hope one day that we get to actually spend a little bit more time together than we have in the past. I hope this, like I said, I hope this helps, and I hope this helps somebody else. So take that. I'll leave it up on the video. Probably going to post it up on YouTube as well, so check it out there. We'll talk to y'all soon. Take care.